Mikey and I have decided that we'll get up early today, which we have, and we've got in the car and we're on our way to Glastonbury. And we're going to go see the Glastonbury Tor and the Chalice Well. And we're actually having a date night tonight as well. It's a date day, realistically, isn't it, Mikey? It's a date day. So we're off driving around the countryside, although right now we're in a little hamlet, but we're driving around the countryside. It's a great day. So we're going to go have some explore time, have some good food tonight, probably do our big life chats, which we always do in the car, and seize the day. We have parked up and we're now going to walk up to the tour. It's going to be a hike and a half, and I'm going to need lots of breaks because since I got diagnosed with that autoimmune disease, I get out of breath so fast, like faster than normal. So it's going to be a slow one, but that's okay. I'm going to get her done, take some photos. Okay, and so begins the hike to the tour. Don't have the best hiking shoes on. Dry. I'm already like, we're only at the blooming start. Ooh, I'll show you what I can see. It's a horrible sign. Goodness me, that's not ideal. But we're off and we're going up those steps over there. Tried to go to the Chalice, was it called the Chalice Well?
Yep.
But they were cash only today, their F-Plus machine wasn't working, and we do not carry cash on us ever, so we've just worked out, there's been a few times recently where we've needed cash, so got to get some cash out, but we've decided that that means the universe has said skip that. We're going to go home, actually we're going to go via the supermarket, get some supplies, grab some lunch from the bakery there, go home and wash our sheets, wash our clothes, go to the laundromat, have a bit of an admin afternoon before our date night tonight.
A little Sunday reset.
A little Sunday reset after our lovely walk. Anyway, my hair is so tuggy from the wind. It was looking so nice this morning. Anyway, that's fun. It's fun. It's fun. See you soon. Mike and I have come home, had a little reset, done our washing, washed our bedding, been to the laundromat, been to the supermarket, done a meal plan. Sort of, kind of, maybe, just for tomorrow. And I'm dressed-ish, ready to go to dinner. We're leaving in like 20 minutes. Exciting. Fit check. Featuring vacuum cleaner plug. I'm wearing my docs that I'm always wearing my black skirt that I'm always wearing my denim jacket I'm always wearing. Got my little handbag. Got a cute scrunchy thing on my pony. Thriving. Got my sunnies because she's bright out. I'm ready. I tried to find my other sunnies, my Jezebels, my favourite sunnies. I can put them anywhere. You ready for a date night?
I'm ready for a date night.
Ready for some poppadoms? And chutney? Oh yeah. So we're going to a restaurant that actually made us move to Bristol. So earlier vlog days we went there, and then we went there with Brad, and it's called Nutmeg, and there's a Nutmeg right in city centre, but we're going to go to the one in Clifton because we've heard the one in Clifton tastes even better than city centre. And basically we're obsessed with the Malai paneer curry. Paneer everything, all day, every day.
It wasn't the sole reason we decided to move here, but it was
I feel like it was a top 3 reason. It was like the nail in the coffin. I'm so excited. When the food's too good and you forgot to take a video, so you just get a video of the afternoon. We just had an amazing dinner. We were going to walk to the park, but there's actually nowhere to get out, so we're going to walk across the park. And I didn't film anything in the restaurant because the tables are really close together, like we were sitting right next to a couple, so much so that I was chatting to them. So yeah, we didn't take much footage in there, but we did have a lovely dinner. We had a chicken cashew tomatoey curry, we had some paneer, we had some like Bombay spiced potatoes, we had poppadoms. We had all the fixings. We've had a great date day.
we have.
I had a cocktail.
Oh, look, it's a teeny tiny little bit. Look, it's tiny. Can you see it?
I can. It's running away. Also, this park is full of squirrels, and I'm obsessed.
And crows.
Squirrels. No, I love crows. They're so intelligent. What a great weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love Clifton. And we just were walking to the bridge to have a look, and we just walked past a Ferrari, so that's England for you. Don't get that back home. Alright, now to find the car. Hi! I wanted to film and talk about some of the books that I read this month because I really feel, I mean, I'm always in my reading era, but this month I feel like I was especially in my reading era because I actually managed to read 25 books this month. Some of them were novellas, so they weren't all huge, but I thought I would just go through really quickly with what I read and pretty much just what I rated it or if I think it would be worth reading because I don't want to make this super long. So the first book I read this month was The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson, and that was Mike's pick for book club. I rated this one 3 stars. I thought it was okay. I wasn't like hugely obsessed with it. I think I'm not a very big sci-fi reader. It has to be something like really unique to grip me. So I thought that one was okay. From there I went into Wild Side by Elsie Silver, which was so good. Such an easy 5 stars for me. I was just giggling and had the biggest smile on my face while reading that. I just was obsessed with that one. So honestly, Elsie Silver can do no wrong. Like, let me live in her world because she's just such a queen for writing the greatest men and women. I then went and read Cursed Fates, which is the 5th Zodiac Academy book, and I'm slowly trying to get there, and I really loved this one. I rated it 4 stars, but it has got me like terrified for the next one. I keep saying to my sister that I don't really want to pick it up because I know it's gonna gut me, and like we're left on such a cliffhanger, and I just don't really want to know what happens next because I know it's gonna be stressful and I'm not ready. But from that I read The Big ASS Party, which was Zodiac 5.5, and I rated that 4 stars. And I also read Seth on the Moon, which was 5.6, and I rated that 4 stars. That was hysterical. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you're missing out because that was great. From there, I read Oathbound by Tracy Dion, and I rated that 4 stars. And now I 5-starred first 2 Legendborn books. I absolutely loved them. This one just felt so far removed. Like, we're introducing all this new stuff, and it was just kind of outrageous. I enjoyed it. I don't know that I want to read the next one, but like I feel like I have to based on how this one ended. I don't know. I wanted to love it. I think that might be the problem. I wanted to love it so bad. And 4 stars is great. Like, I still really enjoyed it, but I probably wouldn't have prioritized it as hard as I did this month. Then I read Wicked Pursuit by Katie Robert. 3 stars. Smutty little read. We'll just leave it there. Then I read Plie by Jane Washington, which is the first book in the Ironside Academy. I don't know what's happened to me recently, but I have entered like a megaverse. I like shifter books. When did this happen? We just don't judge. We just don't judge me, right? I'm gonna read them. Anyway, that book was great. 4 stars. I think I already said that. Loved it. Really want to read the next one, but I have so many books coming in April. Like, April is disgustingly good for books. Then I read Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I love her writing. 4 stars. Just like so good. I don't think I've ever read like a marriage and crisis book. Beautiful. Beautiful. And they've been together since they're in high school. I've been with my husband since I was in high school. I just thought it was beautiful. And I went from that into Chase Our Forever by Kat Singleton, which is the last in the Sutton Mountain series. 3 stars. Nothing special. Wasn't bad. Finished the series. Always a win for me because I never finish series. So I really liked that. And then for Kayla's book club book this month, we read Iron and Embers by Helen, gosh, I don't even want to butcher her last name. I'm not even going to try. Okay. Which is The Ashes of Thesma, and I finished the book. I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I finished the book and then realized that there's like a whole nother series that you should read because these are the side characters from that series. So as I'm reading, I'm like, man, we're really mentioning these other characters like a lot, and now I get why. Then I read Save One Thing by Julia Wolfe. 3 stars. I don't think I'm going to plan to continue this series. The reason I picked this one up, because it's high school romance. I'm old. I can't be reading about high schoolers, but I picked it up because it had been on my TBR for like, I don't even know, 8 years. It was like one of the first things like way down the bottom, and I thought like, let's try and read something that's been on there forever. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just go through and delete the last third of my TBR. And then I read Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose, and then I read Bouquets and Buckles by Elliot Rose. So I read book 1 and then I read the 0.5, and I gave Chasing the Wild 4 stars. I really loved that. I think I needed that after a few of the other reads. Like, I'd read like so much fantasy, and I was like, right, I just need some romance. I need some happily ever after. So I really enjoyed that, and I do quite like an age gap romance, so no complaints. And Bouquets and Buckles, that was a 3 star, just like a little novella. It was okay. I wouldn't be like, you need to read it, but I enjoyed it. Then I read The Answer Is No by Frederick Buckman, and I liked that. It was just like a little really short story. I gave it 3 stars, but it was just a nice little Kindle read while I was just trying to think about what big read I want to read next. And I went into Beautiful Fiend by Lola King, which I gave 3 stars. This series is wild. Like, read your trigger warnings on this one. It takes a lot to trigger me. Like, I don't really like have things that upset me, except for non-consent. Dubious consent we can work with. Non-consent, why? I ended up liking the book, but I'm not sure that I'll continue with that series. But I've heard that they get really like that, people like the next ones in the series, so I'm gonna think about that one. Then I read Story of My Life by Lucy Score. Loved it, 4 stars. She's such a fun author. She just creates such like lovely, wholesome little worlds, and I freaking adored that book. Like, really adored that book. So I'm so excited. I'm obviously gonna have to wait so long because it's a new release for the next one to come. Then I read Everything Is Tuberculosis by John Green, which is his new book about how like TB, the results of TB in the world. Fascinating. I gave it 4 stars. I devoured it in an afternoon. I absolutely loved it. I learned so much that I didn't know, and it was just like a nice non-fiction read to break up everything else that I've been reading. So I really liked that, and I like his writing style. And I'd read the Anthropocene reviewed maybe within the last year. Yeah, definitely within the last year. So I was like on his hype train still. Then I read Sunrise on the Reaping, which is Hamish's Hunger Games story. When I first read it, I rated it 4 stars, and then I went down like a TikTok rabbit hole, and I kept talking to my sister about it, and I realized it's a 5-star read. Like, I can't stop thinking about it. I immediately want to go and like binge all the movies. So 5 stars. Obsessed. Thought we knew everything about Haymitch. Nope, we didn't. It's brutal. My heart. And then my sister swap for the month was Older by Jennifer Hartman, which I gave 3 stars. I think because my sister had loved it so much and we'd talked about it so much, I had such high expectations for it that just weren't quite met, but that's my own fault. It was a good book. Again, it's an age gap romance. It's really fun. It's quite heavy at times, and then like it's just like a nice easy romance to devour. Speaking of easy romance to devour, I then went into Indiscretion by V. Keeland, 3 stars. It's probably the kind of book that I'm not going to remember in about 3 weeks because the book amnesia is real, but it was okay, like easy, finish it in a day. Sometimes you just need a little victory like that. And then I read Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles, and it was giving such Daphne Perry vibes. I am a little bit of a sucker for like a murder mystery romance, a suspenseful romance, and this was that in spades. Like, it's like watching a true crime romance, okay? And it was good. I haven't read much Catherine Cowles, and I know some people have said like they don't like the series because it's very copy and paste of another series, but for me, I haven't read any of her other series, so I was in. Then we get very heavy because I read Not That Bad, Dispatches from Rape Culture. A lot heavier. This was a non-fiction read around basically the way women deal with rape. Not just women, thank you, sorry. Women and men and the queer community deals with rape. And it was people's stories, people's experiences, it was statistics, it was heavy. There's one in particular that I story essay in the book that I think is going to stick with me forever. I gave it 3 stars, which feels really awful to rate that book because I'm not trying to diminish anybody's experience, but for me it was just, some of them were so powerful and then some of them were just really jargony. And I get that you couldn't just have heavy, but as a book, I loved some of it and some of it I found really hard. So I think I need to let that one sit, or I need someone else to read it so I can just have a discourse about the book to unpack some of that thinking. The book I went into after that, I'm all over with my reading. I read Savage Hearts, which is by J.T. Geisinger, and that is the 3rd book in the Queens and Monsters series, which is all like mafia romance. And this one was fun, okay? I was in for this one. We've got kidnapping, Russian mafia, assassin. It's silly and I enjoyed it. A lot, and I would like to read the 4th one. Although the character that the 4th one is about, we have heavily in the 3rd one, and I do not like him in the 3rd one. So I'm like, he needs to redeem himself because I don't care about his love story, his arc. And finally, this morning, I finished reading The You Are, A Spiritual Biography of You, which, if you've watched Severance, is the book that is heavily featured in the show by PhD Dr. Rickon Laszlo Hale. I rated it 3 stars. It's fine. Like, I think I thought I was going to get so many like Severance crumbs in there, and you just don't. It's actually just the most bizarre non-fiction text. So, and then I'm in the middle. I might finish it today, I'm not really sure because I'm about to go downstairs and cook dinner, so I'm just gonna put my headphones in. But I'm currently listening to, oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called. I know it's LJ Shen. I'm reading Truly, Madly, Deeply, which is the Forbidden Love series by LJ Shen. And the reason I picked this up is because I was scrolling TikTok this morning and I saw that the sequel to it is coming out in April, and April is, I like need to quit my job. I'm actually quite lucky. I've got 2 weeks of school holidays in April, so I will just be devouring. But I thought I'll start that, and I'm obsessed with it already. Like, I just want to have it. I'm just listening to it and I just want to have it in my ears. And then I'm reading an arc by Holly Bowen called By the Moon, which is a fantasy book, and I'm also hoping to have that done. I don't think I'll get it done today, so it won't be in my March reads, but it will get done within the next couple of days because I'm just reading that one on my Kindle. Yeah, I've been like heavy on the audiobooks this month, a little bit less heavy on the Kindle. I tend to start things on my Kindle, and then as I'm driving to work, I just pop the audiobook in, and that works as well. And then as I'm setting up my classroom in the morning, I'm kind of just still listening. So yeah, that was my month. 25 books, potentially 26. I've been a beast and I'm here for it. The lighting here is kind of shocking. I'm sitting underneath the skylight, so apologies. My room is, I love my room, but we live in a flat situation and our whole life is in this room. So it's not the greatest for filming. Just need to get a few more things to get it right. But today it's a little bit of a mess because I'm in the middle of like vacuuming and sorting out one of my cupboards and things like that. But I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie for dinner tonight. I'm gonna make Gordon Ramsay's one. I might I finished Abbott Elementary season 1. I'm so behind, but I finished season 1 when I was cooking last week because Mike does all our cooking, so I very rarely cook, but when I do I like to have some TV on. So I think I might headphones in, maybe start season 2 of that. And I'm also watching Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton's The Simple Life, their little reboot. I'm so behind on TV. I've been in such a book era. The only TV I've really watched is Severance, Reacher and White Lotus. That's kind of been it, and everything else has just been like not happening. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm waiting for my sister to hear about her biometrics to find out when she's coming. That's huge. I feel like that's going to be a big mental health boost that I need. I'm in the middle of looking for jobs for the next school year because I've just been supply teaching around and I don't love it. I think I just don't love the uncertainty, and some days are really hard. That just shouldn't be hard, but that's okay. We'll get there. I've got this week, I've just had today off for a blood test, so I've got this week 4 days of work potentially. Definitely got 1 booked in because I always work the same Friday at the same school. And yeah, 2 weeks off, update my CV, go and apply for jobs, see how we go. The girly pops that no, one moment. Why am I so obsessed with good sorting? Like, okay, my iPad is huge because I used to use it for drawing and like editing things on. It's a pro, but like I sit there and I just tap my goods. The ADHD brain is just like, yeah, cans with cans, popcorn with popcorn, the teddy bears with the teddy bears. I'm on like level, wait, what level am I on now? 346. This is like, I'm like a mum with Candy Crush. Okay, this clip's never gonna upload.